Hi, Adam. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Lindsay. How are you guys? I'm okay. Hanging in there. Just want to make sure this is the right way. Okay. All right. I'm going to continue to work on this book today. It's just one of those weeks. I need the week to be over, you know? And I've got the weekend, like, pretty much, well, Saturday for the most part is booked up. All right. Let's see. Where is everybody? Let's give everybody some time. How are you guys doing? We turn on the glue gun in case we need it. Hi, Evelyn. You know what? I need to find my sheets. Give me 1 second. I'm going to look over here for my sheets because they are not in my book. So they must be over here somewhere. I haven't found that book about cars. Hi, Lori. Hi, Diane. That book about cars that I got. I don't know where the hell I put it. Um, but I'm not finding it. Larry's taking a peek downstairs. I mean, there's not that many spots where it could be in the house. You know, the house is pretty organized. So I'm like at a loss. Okay. I'm just pulling some of the paper that I had set aside. I had set aside this blue in case I wanted to use it. Oh, this is the double side. I was like, what is this? No, it's not there. Okay. I seem to constantly be misplacing stuff. I don't know what my problem is. Like right now, I am looking for the order sheets. This was Adam's. You know how I have my little order sheet with all my notes? Oh my gosh, my nose is itchy again. I just like to refresh my memory. I don't think I threw them in here, did I? I just got to get myself together. Hey, Deb. Like, I have to literally get my stuff together. I'm so organized. I'm over organized, and then I can't find anything. What we're going to be working on our car book. We're starting the new book. We finished Jordan's book, so now we're starting Tevin's book. I'm just kind of looking in here to see what kind of leftover paperwork, leftover papers I can use in his book. But we could go through this as we go along. Right now, we need to get the cover done first. What did I was gonna check some. I think I was gonna check over here. Hold on. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. So freaking frustrating when I can't find something. It just, ah, it's like, it's the struggle is real right now. I don't know what the hell's going on. But all right, let's look at the car that we put. Oh, that looks good. Okay, that's what we put on Sunday night. So now I'm gonna cut this out carefully and see how that looks. Oh, let me get my glasses. I always forget my glasses. That sounds delicious, Lori. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the car out. Super carefully. Okay. Hi, Terry. Well, that's important to have a happy hubby, right? See something. Just zhuzhing it a little bit in the. So we took the cardstock and glued it on top of another piece of cardstock, so it's pretty thick. No, somebody's meowing. All right, I'm gonna try one thing with the plastic. Like I said, I wanted to try and make it look like it was coming out um of broken glass, and I didn't find anything with broken glass. But my thought was, I'll get a piece of acetate and I'm gonna try and kind of like cut some jagged ends on the top and on the bottom, just to see how it looks. If it looks like crap, then we won't use it. But I just want to get the idea out of my head. I do have this super thick. This is like pretty thick. You could see. I think before I use that, I'm going to use a piece of thin. Not too thin, but thinner. See, this is a little thinner. We'll use this one. All right, let's see what we could do. Craft room is still a mess. Okay. Well, so we're all in the same boat, kind of, sort of. All right, so I'm thinking. Let me use a piece of white background. So I can kind of maybe draw on it a little bit. Give me an idea. Maybe it should come out like on an angle. Let's see how that looks. Nah, I don't think I like that. I think it has to be straight. Okay, so that's where the car is. Or is going to be. So. I'm thinking maybe something like that. Like I'm, cutting it like that. So there'll be a little piece here and a little piece here. Like that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to cut it like that. I'm not sure how that's going to work. But we're going to go for it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a thin marker. I feel like it needs to be a little bit more jaggedy. Right? Kind of like that. So We'll see. We'll see how that works. My day was okay. It's. I've been having a few rough weeks, guys, at work. Just a lot going on. Hi, Romy. Bonjour. Bienvenue. All right, I'm gonna cut that out, and we'll see how it looks. Yeah, it's just like, well, I mean, some good news today is that I did hire somebody, and they accepted it today. I hired that young man that we talked about last week. So that's a good thing. It's a start. I'm just doing random, like, squiggles. Well, they're not really squiggles. They're more like thunderbolt shaped. Okay, let's see how that is going to look. I am cutting out a piece of acetate, so it's going to look like shattered glass that the car is going to be coming out of. Hopefully, that's the idea. Is it going to work? I don't know. We will find out shortly. I'm going to use a little bit of hand sanitizer. Should work to wipe the marker because there's alcohol in this. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. So let's see. Let's see how it's going to look. I put that there. I'm probably have to trim it a little bit more, but or maybe not. We'll see. Hold on. I need to first make sure this is good. Okay, so you see that, right? I think that needs to be a little bit jaggedy too. I just wanted to make that side a little more jaggedy. All right. Okay, see that? I mean, it looks pretty good. Like as far as shattered glass, I think it gives definitely the impression of it. I think I'm gonna have to cut this piece down here a little bit more. I think that gives a pretty good effect. I think that looks pretty good. Well, I mean, yeah, that could work to make it that I don't think we need the acetate thicker. We just need it to give it just to give us the impression. I honestly think that looks pretty good. You see it? Aloha. I think that looks good. I don't think I'm gonna mess with it, right? I mean, from there it doesn't look like anything, but when you pull it up close, you're kind of like, what? Which is exactly what I was looking for. The question is, do we need a background? Like, I don't think we do. Like, it could be maybe there are. I don't want to cut it too much because then I think it'll get lost. I'm just debating whether I want to put like a background, like a blue sky or something like that, or just leave it. Not a blue sky, but some kind of background. Well, the book is gray, so I'm not going to put gray on top of gray. See, the book is gray, so I like the book, classy the way it is. It does look kind of nice, right? Simple, true, true that. Let me maybe I could do some corners on the frame, some metal corners. Hold on. I think these are too big. And I think that because we have corners on the book, it's actually not going to do much for it. Now that I look at it, I think I'm just going to glue it and call it a day. Not to over, I don't want to over mess around with it, you know? I think the positioning is good. We got plenty of shine on it. I could make it go not so straight, go a little bit on an angle like that, so it does look like it's coming out, right? I think that little tiny twist actually just did enough to make it look like it's jumping out at you as opposed to straight head on. Okay. Yeah, I like it a little bit on an angle. Yeah, I think so too. I think that's a good angle there. All right. We're going to do this. Okay, first things first, I need to clean up a little tiny bit. Just want to trim a little bit of the plastic so I have some play. Okay. Let's just zhuzh just a little bit. Okay. Right, now we have to make a commitment because once it's down, it's down. And I think that's it. Make sure there's enough glue on there. Okay. What front? Are you going to make the front two pocket and then you can make a tag? Oh, good night, Big Mama. Thanks for popping in. Hopefully next time we'll have more of this book done. Hopefully. I'm just going to hold it for a minute. Looks like the glue is spreading a little bit, but that's okay. It'll dry. Okay. I like that. Alrighty. Yay. Okay. free. I just want to see what we got going on as far as. Thank you. No, Desiree, not yet. I don't know where the hell I put it. All right, these pages aren't so bad. It's really ticking me off because there's only a few spots it could be, and I've looked. Larry went and looked. I don't get it. I did get a book, right? I showed it to you guys, didn't I? Or am I dreaming the whole damn thing up? Seriously. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not imagining that I thought I got a book. And then it's kind of like, oh, it would be up here, but it's not. And I cleaned this up and I didn't come across it and it's not in any of my little spots here. Let me take one more look over here because I didn't really look on this side, but I don't see it anywhere here. I looked up here. It's not on my pink cart. Did I throw it over here? I don't think I did. But no, but I do have this one. This has got some cars in here. All right. Okay, I forgot about this one. This is cool. Seriously. Seriously, Yvonne. All right, this was good. There's motorcycles in here. All kinds of. Yeah, this is what happens when you just. But, okay, but you guys know how I am. I don't just put stuff away. Everything is always pretty well organized. We have a lot of cars in here that we can use, though. And there's even these really cool. These are kind of neat. Um, the only thing I could think of that may have happened is I have two totes started for my next D stash, and it could have wound up in one of those totes, and they're downstairs. I haven't gone to see them yet because we just took them down. I assumed I didn't put them in there, but they could have. It could have gotten caught up with the books, because I'm gonna do a book destash, like just a book destash. So we'll see. Okay. Let's figure this out. How are we gonna do this? The center of the book, which I may want to start with the center this time. Um, we're gonna do like we did with the elephants. With the elephants had six at the end of the book, right? I'll go and look, but not today. That's like a weekend thing. Not during the week. Eventually I'll find it. And to be honest with you, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, I've got that book, but I'm thinking the pictures in that book is going to be too big for the size of this book. So I may have to go take a ride at to that thrift store further away that I only go to once every couple of months because they have a big book section there, and they may have something. Because my local one, every time I go, I look and they don't have anything. So, right, yours was six. Well, I've got all these. I've got all these here, so we're good to continue to work on the book. Um, anyhow, so I want to do where you open it and it'll have like different style cars. I have to decide what I want. I'm thinking the race cars are kind of cool to put here. So when we open it, I think I'm only going to get four, just four of them. Oh, that stinks. There's fast. I think the fast cars will be kind of cool, right? Like these colorful ones here. That's a cool looking car, though. I thought about logos because there is the logo page in here, but see that? But we could use that. Maybe we could do because he likes BMWs mostly. So I just thought the cars would look nice. We could put these throughout the, in different areas of the book on a card or something like that. He likes fast cars, so I'm thinking this is a cool option. I wanted to see, is the name part of the sticker? Okay, no, but I could cut it out and make it a part of the sticker. I don't think I'm going to get more than four. I could try and do five, but definitely this one because this was an experimental car, so I think that'll be cool. That's a Ferrari. On the other hand, just doing these four might be nice. Italy, UK, France, Formula One. The airplane didn't find it to give it to, to return it to you. Okay. And the other thing is, I want to put a pocket in here. I guess we could do that later. All right. So I think I'm gonna need the travel because there might be like a paper that looks like roads. I think we have a little bit of a plan here. Okay. Working on the book. Which book is that? Cars. Oh. Maybe I could find something that looks like a street map. No, I don't. I don't think I have it there. No, I think it would be in here because this is where I have all of my maps. Oh, like that. Hi, Esther. Oh yeah, they couldn't find it. My badonkadonk, they couldn't find it. Start with this one. going to leave a little bit of a black border. What? Joanne? Your DoorDash? His car got stolen while he stopped delivering your food? What the hell kind of neighbors you got, woman? That is crazy. But I've heard of that before, though. I think somebody's a Ring camera caught that and they put it on TikTok. Okay, so that's gonna be our base. Only in New York. Okay, so we got our base. You have to have it insured. I mean, not that it means that it's gonna be insured, but okay. So now we need to do our foldy part, and I think we're gonna use. Let's see what kind of scraps do we have over here that we could use. I'm thinking it needs to be like a gray or a black. Hey, how are you? Yeah. Last day of AK? You're gonna cry? I think I might. Aw. Yeah, we need some tissues soon. I'm sorry. It's what? Is it starting to pour now? You hear a voice. Hi, Kevin. Okay, so with this said, I gotta remember how I did this. I folded it over. Okay, we gotta get our what do you call it out? Our template out. Yes, that's way too much, but this will be good for. Okay, that size is good. Is it though? I think we're gonna have to do our cards first, and then determine this size so it's not too big. I think I'm gonna do it the other way around because these are stickers, so I'm gonna have to put them on like little cards or something first. Little strips going that way, and I think that'll pop up against black. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be tight. The cards are. I think they're too wide to go that way. All right, let me think this. Unless I fold them in half. Instead of doing individual images, it would be like those four, but the image this way. I don't know if that's going to work. We may have to switch, not do it this way, and do the other one, the W. I think we're going to have to switch it up and do the W in order to be able to get the whole car in there. Yeah, we're going to have to do the W. The the infamous W. Change of plans. Like that, because that we could control the size when it opens. Because it could be this big, one, two, three, and there'll be four, or it could even be bigger this way because it'll fit. See, I have plenty of space. The W. This is a 3 by 8. Okay, because that's the width, and it'll fit, and then it'll open up this way, and it'll close up this way. All right. Hey, Kim. What's up, girl? It could be a little wider, because it could be almost pretty much as wide as this thing is here. Just the bottom one. I think instead of 8, though, we can make it a little bit smaller. I think I'm going to make it 7 inches. I'm going to cut an inch down. All right, I think I'm gonna try that. I'm going to do a 4 by 7. See how that works. No, I'm not giving it up. You can't make me. Okay. All right, we're gonna do a 4 by 7. We could do the cards at the end now that we're gonna do this one instead. I'm gonna do this part first so that we could test it and see if a 4 by 7 will work. I think it will. So we're gonna make it a little bit wider, but a little bit shorter this way. Yeah. And that's gonna be that. So I think I'm gonna use this. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces at 4 by 7. No, I'm not going live on Thursday. Okay. Now I got to remember how it folds. remember this part. Why? I always have to look at this and then reverse engineer because I don't do these often enough. I think it went like this. Okay, I think that's right. I think this is right. So this is the opening mechanism, the W. Now, the funny thing is we can actually make this even longer, but let's see what happens with the W. You just fold it in half. Hopefully it'll be, I think we'll be okay with it. The W. There it is. Hey, Stacy. Oh, thank you. Okay, that works good. It's going to work good once we glue it. But this is what it's going to look like. Now let's see if the cars, hopefully they're not too much wider. There they are. Oh, I think they're going to be okay. I'm glad you were able to join us. How's your school year going? Okay, see, by cutting it down a little bit, now it's going to fit in here. It's not going to stick out. So that's cool. Okay. So, as you can see, you don't really see, well, you see a little bit of this. I'm going to zhuzh it just for fun, just to give it a little color. This is definitely not necessary, but you have challenging kiddos? I've got challenging employees. Want to trade? Well, it's not necessary because you don't see it. You literally don't see it, but I know it, right? It'll give it a little je ne sais quoi. How much do you see? All right, you see that. I don't know about the whatnot because we have the birthday part. So I have my goddaughter's birthday party on Saturday, like you guys know. I told you about that. And then this morning I got a text message from my eldest goddaughter that her son, my godson, today is his birthday, and this Saturday she decided to have just a little family over for cake and some food at 4 o'clock. So now I have Ariela's party from 12 to 3. She turns 2, and my goddaughter, and now my godson, who turns 9 today, his party Saturday at 4. So I'm gonna have to leave Ariela's house on Saturday, swing by my mom's house to say hello because she arrives from Portugal today and lives 2 blocks from Ariella. Drive home, swing by my godson's house, have a piece of cake, give him and his brother their birthday gifts, then come home. That's my Saturday. Yeah. So I don't know how tired we're going to be from just the running around situation. Because I could do the whatnot by myself once it's set up, you know? It's really not that. Now, I haven't done one of these in a while, Sheila. So I have to look at my template. So having a template is, and then I have to retrain my. I look at this and I do look. I reverse engineer. See, this already came off on my template. Like, okay, I got to fold it in half first, and then I'm like, I have to figure it out. It's not like I have this in my head. I don't. But the folding of this piece is usually what takes people the longest to kind of figure out how to do. I think. But if you saw how I did it really is not complicated. You fold it in half, and then you go against the fold, right? And you just kind of pinch a little bit, and then you bring the corners down to make what I call the triangle, the arrow, and then you flip it and you bring the other corner down to make the other arrow. I call them like little arrows. That's how I remember to do it. It took me a minute to remember that. And then the W that Kim is so traumatized and has PTSD about is because we have to remember how to glue this on here. Because if you don't glue it on, it won't fold or open correctly. So I always said, turn it sideways and it has to look like a W. Now you know it's right. If it looks like an M, if it looks like an M when you're gluing it, it's wrong. It's got to look like a W. So the middle part faces up. That's the whole W thing. I make it look so easy. I don't know about that. But yeah, it's not bad. And also having these two pieces the same size, I think really keeps it nice and neat for when it's tucked in. Yeah, you want to do that. Okay. And this is a little bit, we're going to try this a little bit wider. See how it's just a smidgen wider? Let me see. I mean, I might be able to, we'll see how this goes. Ta-da, and I did it wrong. No, you didn't. Did you? No, don't give up. Do you want me to show you again? Which part? Is it the folding part? Is it this part? This is the part that's the harder one, right? Is it this part? Okay, so hold on. Hold on, we'll do it together. Okay? Everybody, if you want to make a template, now's the time. Okay. Everybody, all right, everybody grab your paper. We're going to do it together. And this will become your template. You want to make your template. Okay? All right, not everybody. Okay. So you have your bottom piece. You're going to fold it long ways first. Tie it up. Fold it and crease it. Fold it and crease it. It doesn't matter the size, Terry. The only thing that matters is that they're both the same size. The size is going to be based on the size of your book. So this book is a really short, stubby book. And because I wrote down this one here was a 3x8, it's 3 wide by 8 long. I just cut an inch down so it fits, because I could tell by the size of it that it's too long for this book. So you can make it whatever size you want, and it's a template, so don't worry. The important thing is that the two sizes have to be the same, the two pieces of paper. And Lori, learn on the couch, and you can always replay it on YouTube. Okay, everybody got this folded in half, all right? Now you're going to open it up, and the fold part is going to be facing up. See? That's the inside fold, that's the outside, the peaky part. Okay, so now lay that down flat. And you're going to fold this over. Do not crease it. Just fold it over and line up the corners. Okay? You're not going to crease it. All you're going to do is go up the middle and just push down with your feet right in the middle. Just in the middle. You're not going to crease this whole side. Just in the center like that. Okay? You got it? Next step. You see how this is facing me? The opening is to that side, right? Take this corner and bring it down to this corner. Line it up just like this. And you make this little teepee. Can you see that? You're making like this little teepee. This is not folded, okay? And all you do is you push down to make that arrow. You see how you're making this arrow? Right, let me line it up. It wasn't lined up really well. You want to push this down and you make the arrow. You made your first arrow, and this is still puffy. We did not crease that down. Okay? You see how it looks? Let me know when you're good with this part. You're taking the corner, bringing it down, and you're flattening to make your little triangle here. Tell your husband he's a gavone. He's a gavone. Got it? Okay, now you grab this, flip it towards you. Just flip it towards you. And you do the same thing. Grab the corner, bring it down, just like that. And then keep these nice and tight. They're going to want to open up. You're going to keep them nice and tight. Go right to the center like this, and you crease it, just like that. Crease it just like that. And now you have your little arrow. And now you have your little mechanism. See? It wasn't hard. It was just literally like 4 steps, but not even. All right? I'm going to undo it, and I'm going to do it again. Not watching. You fold it in half. Make a teepee facing like that. Bring the ends over. And you just pinch the center a little bit, just to give you a little bit of leverage. Bring down the corner, flatten out the arrow, turn it towards you, bring down the corner again, keeping these little legs together like a good girl, and flatten the corner. We didn't make the, we can make the W. The W is easy to make. Okay. Did you guys make it? Yvonne, is it better? Terry got it. Okay. What about everyone else? Good student, Terry. In your mind, you did. Lori, that's a good start. Great. The other one is literally you fold it in half and then bring the ends to the fold. That's it. And that gives you your W. The W is how you're going to glue it. So, and you glue it to the opening, right? You're going to glue just this bottom part on the page. Don't glue the sides, just this bottom part. And then you glue the top corner and the opposite corner. You just have to glue two opposite corners. That's it. Okay, good. So we're all on the same page. All right, I'm going to continue with my little cars. I'm just debating. I kind of wanted to use this information, but alas. I did it, but not looking pretty. Okay, did you do it with cardstock or paper? I always suggest work with paper first so you get comfortable with the folds. Then graduate to your cardstock. Start with just regular paper. It's easier to work. All right, well, do it again, Yvonne. It'll look just fine. You just have to keep practicing. And you have to commit to the folds. And again, the important thing is to line up those corners so you get nice straight folds. Rayanne, you failed? Come on. If you when I'm done with this part, we're gonna make another one. So get two strips of paper the exact same size. We're gonna do it again. I insist that you guys are able to do this. I know you are. I know you're capable of doing this. I'm just gonna cut this so that it looks nice when we put it on there. Yes, I will do it. Yes, I will do it. If you guys want me to do it again, I absolutely will do another one for you. No problem. So just get yourselves two strips of paper the exact same size. I happen to do 3x7 for this one, but you could do a 3x8, any size you want. Again, the size in this case doesn't really matter except because we're doing a template. It's only going to matter when you put it in your book. Okay. I'm just gonna zhuzh a little bit. Your favorite book is 5 by 7. So the 3 by 8 is fine. It's actually probably small. You could actually go bigger for that. But it should work. It'll be this size. This is a 3 by 8. Okay, I'm just gonna glue these down. Okay. Okay, Terry. Well, you could always rewatch the video. Don't forget. Okay, so now, again, the W, and you take the corner, one corner, match up the corners, and we're going to glue it, and then you glue the opposite corner. That's all you do. Doesn't matter which corner it is, you just have to glue opposites. So we're going to put glue there. Did you see that airplane that just flew by me? Okay. Let's let that dry. Okay. So, all right, let's do this again. I'm going to cut another piece. Oh, you know what? Before we do this, let me just put the paper on here so this glues as well. We want this to dry. And I think this is New York. Yep. We'll let that dry. Look up. Oh, yay. You did it. All right. Okay. Everyone else, you got your papers? Let me know when you're ready. We'll do it one more time together. And repetition, by the way, is what's going to get you comfortable and doing it better and better and better. Okay? Okay. You all ready? Anybody doing this? Yvonne got it. Ready. Okay, Rayanne, here we go. You're going to fold in half, long ways. Matching up the corners is what's important. Okay, first step is done. You fold it in half, long ways. You're for moral support. Good job, Carol. All right, Barb. Okay, got it? Now, open up the fold, okay? And put it down with the little fold up on top, like a tent. You're putting this down like a tent. See? Okay. Now, we're going to fold this in half carefully. Bring the corners, and you can actually undo it. I undo it like this with my finger, kind of like just making it a little bit flat because the crease is already there. Line up the four corners, well, the two corners here. Okay. And you're just going to go like this and just put a tiny little crease right in the center. Just pinch the center. That's all you're going to do is pinch it. Not the whole thing. You're just going to pinch the center. So it looks like this. It's open on both ends. Just the center is pinched. Okay? Got it. Now you're going to take the corner, one of the corners, not both, one of the corners, the one that's loose, and bring it down to the bottom corner. Line it up. Okay, so now you have this little teepee. You've got this little situation in front of you. You've got this little cubby hole. Okay? That's what you're going to flatten down. You want to make it as straight as possible. Just like that and like that. Just crease it. Don't crease this. You just crease it and crease it. You're not creasing this part. Okay? You're just creasing the top layer. Let me know when you're done with this part. You made the first half of the arrow. Okay, now flip the whole thing towards you. Look how it looks. We got the half arrow part going down here. So now we want to complete the arrow. Okay, you're going to take the top corner again, bring it down, and match it to the bottom corner, and keep the legs straight. You see how the legs want to separate? You want to keep the legs together like that. Like a good Catholic girl. And you see you made another little pocket in here. And if you flatten that one out, it'll match up. See? Now it'll match up just by smushing it down. Once you smush it down, then you could burn it on both sides. And that's it. See? That's your mechanism. Okay? Now let's pretend this is now we're going to do our W. So you fold in half with the other sheet. And then you bring it towards the fold. And you bring it towards the fold. Everybody knows how to do that. You make your W. You did it, Rayanne. I'm proud of you. All right. Now, you open up your mechanism. And you have your W. And we're going to put a little bit of tape on the corner here. and you line it up, whatever corner you like. It's just corner to corner. And then I'm going to put opposite corner. I just ran out of damn tape. Come on. Just going to use a little bit of glue. So I did the top left, and I'm going to do the bottom right. It doesn't matter which corner you do. They just have to be opposites. And it's just one corner. One corner on the top and the opposite corner on the bottom. And that's it. So that when you fold, see that? Yay. Oh, thank you, Rayanne. I'm going to get another tape. I'll be right back. Okay. Now we all have our W's. Okay. Now to glue it in the book. Let's just make sure this thing opens. Perfect. Okay. So now, it's nice and flat. And to glue it in the book, I'm only going to put glue on the arrow part. That's it. You don't put it on the top. Just on the little arrow part. And then we're going to put it right in the center here. And we're going to smash it closed. That's it. So I'm going to do, it doesn't matter which, well, it does matter which side because you want it to open right side up. So yeah. There. Right there. Just on the arrow. I'm going to center it on the page. And we're going to close it. Oh, the cars was just, you just glue it. I actually put them on, you don't have to put them on anything. You could glue whatever you want right on each page here. Okay, so technically you could even flatten this out, but you just glue it right on here. I happen to do them on cards because I wanted the contrast. I used the gray base and I wanted a black background for the cars. So that's the only thing I did. Other than that, you just glue the cars or the picture on the 4 panels of the W. The 4 panels of the W. That's it. That's all you do. In here, see? Oh, I opened it too soon. Let's not get too aggressive. Let's wait. We got to wait. Let me hold it for a minute. Okay, well, that holds. Let's let that glue. We'll let that sit there for a little bit. Let's see what else we have in here. We have a lot of cars to pick from, actually. Oh, we have to do some die cuts because I have my die cut of the cars, and I want to see how they look because I haven't used that die cut yet. I feel like I'm gonna have to use a lot of my metallic paper for the cars. Yeah, I saw that. You probably watched Michelle. Okay, so I have a lot of cool looking cars here. We have different kinds of cars. And by the way, happy Rosh Hashanah to anybody who celebrates. Yes, you can. I mean, you could pretty much almost cut anything, really, if you think about it, in this thing. All right, so I'm gonna grab my scraps first to see if there's anything in there that we can use. Yeah, Michelle Moore, she does it. To a sweet new year. That's right, baby. I'm gonna see. I feel like I want to do like a beige. I feel like this car would look really cool and like I don't know. Let's establish the colors. First of all, this reminds me almost of those station wagon that was made out of wood. It would be funny to do this out of like to look like wood, right? And then we'll do the tire. All the tires will be in black, but I think it would look funny to have that be like a woody, woody. That's a cool color for a car. Because back in the day, they were made out of wood, right? Yes. Something like that. Yep, wood paneling. I'm gonna try and line it up so that the your parents love that ugly car. My parents' first car was a Pontiac, and it was like that gold green color. That looks cool. Good for you, Yvonne. See that? All you need is just a little practice. Now you're a machine now. That was cool. And then I'm thinking maybe that should go like in a red. That looks good. My little red Corvette. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Baby, you're much too fast. Got to slow down. Itchy nose. Okay, so we got that one. We got that one. I feel like these are going to be metallic, but these, hmm. Okay. I think like this reminds me of the old, like the 1930s. They were all black with the gangsters. So I think I'm gonna do that one in black. Oh, you like a Bonnie and Clyde, exactly. And I think it should be matte, like mobsters. Yes, mobsters, Bonnie and Clyde. I'm thinking it's because they were like, were they shiny? I don't think they were shiny. I don't think they were shiny. Were they shiny? All right, so I'm gonna do a matte for that one. Okay, red seats in the pack. Well, there's no seats on that one, so we're gonna leave it be. Okay, then this one reminds me of like well, this one does of like an old Packard, and the Packards for me were like this, like one of those beige colors. I don't know if this is gonna cut through this because this is really thick, but I think it would look cool. Hey, Jesse. Like that old 1957 Packards kind of a thing. Do you remember those? Not a lot of cars. I know a little bit. Don't give me that much credit. I just know a little bit about the cars. But that's what it reminded me of. It has been a while. How are you doing, babe? And welcome. We're working on a book for a young boy, a young adult, not boy. That's not an insult. I think I was able to get this to cut through. That looks cool. Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing better. You and your health scares. Everyone's been having some health issues. Okay, so we got that one, that one, that one, that one. Now we need these two. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want to do that? Not your heart this time? Well, as long as you're just doing okay, that's all that matters, right? Catching it in time. None of these. Good one. I don't know what the damn cat wants. He wants to get smacked. Hear him? Whining for no damn reason. He's got food. He was let out. He was let in. He's fine. He needs to get his shit together. I'm in no mood today. Ooh, that looks cool. Whoops. That looks really cool. That looks sharp. Okay, that one, that one. And now we need to pick something for this one. And this one, I feel like it's supposed to be like wood as well. Yeah, Jesse, I'm probably gonna start that in October is what I'm thinking because a few people had asked me if I was gonna start cooking again. So yeah, I'll probably do that. And don't forget, my soups are posted on. I have it pinned in one of my playlists. The soups are all in the playlist. You can always go back and get the recipe and kind of do it yourself. What is going on with the ostriches? Tell me, Lori. Okay, I need help with this one because I feel like this one should be wood as well, but not that. Maybe a darker wood. Because I do recall. Like that. Wait, I'm confused. They're part of your resource program and they want to shut it down, and the only way they can is by not having them here anymore. They want to shut down your resource program, is what you're saying? Why? If it's a resource, why do they want to shut it down? I'm so confused. That looks good. It's a real dark wood. Okay, so let's see. I think they all came out really cool looking. Yep, I think that looks good. All right, so we got our cars cut out. Okay. Good, Jess. Everyone's good. Thank you for asking. All right, so we got this cut out. Oh, that is cool. I didn't look for any kind of car ephemera. I should probably do that. There's some really cool cars in here. Oh, look, just like I said, that is so cool. Ta-da! You got your first rain? I hope you get more. I'm gonna go refresh my water. I need some more water. Okay. Okay. Now, this is our little part of our little ephemera for this particular book. I'm just going to throw these in here for now. We're not ready to use them. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to do, well, first we have to look at this and make sure that, and if you guys missed it, this is the cover. Looks like a card that's coming out of a window. That actually looks really good. I like it. Looks good, right, Dad? All right, so we need to make a couple of pockets. I'm going to make this the pocket and keep the checkered flag situation going. I'm going to make the pockets come up from the top. We have to kind of decide our pockets first, and then we can decide what we're going to do on the opposite pages. Okay, that's that. It's a plain page, which is fine. I like the whole Grand Prix thing because we can use those stickers. I think I'm going to make the checkered flags the 4 pockets in the book. I think that'll be like a good, it'll be a good thing to remember. All the checkered flags are pockets. How'd you guys like that folio from the Musha box? Weren't those pictures amazing, Kim? And you should see some of the stickers in that book. I'm going to make a second one because I have enough papers to do like a second one. But the second one, I'm going to use that other, which we're going to take maybe a little bit of a sidebar. No, I wanted to test something here. I have this that I had thrifted last week, cardstock. It's got this beautiful print on it. And I'm thinking about doing another folio with this. I think it'll look cool. But I want to try and do this. Remember I got these bags, I thrifted these bags. So I want to do a little test. So we may after we finish a little bit on this book, take a side trip and do that. We'll see. We'll see. I feel like it's a cross between the 1920s and old Roman, like Roman. I feel like it's a cross between the 1920s and the Roman times. Does that make sense? That's kind of like how it reminded me for some reason. Yeah, I like muted colors too. It's we should probably Google it. Let's see what technically what it is. Why not? Let's educate ourselves. Musha style refers to the iconic and influential style of the Czech Art Nouveau artist Alphonse Musha from 1860 to 1939. I think we hit it right on the head. Characterized by sensual female figures, sinuous lines, intricate floral decorative patterns, soft, harmonious colors. His innovative use of posters, decorative panels brought high quality art into the public sphere, making his signature aesthetic synonymous with the broader Art Nouveau movement. So it's Art Nouveau from back in the 1930s, and I said it reminds me of the 1920s with the head wraps and all that. Not necessarily the flapper, but at the same time, it gave me the Romanesque um, empire with the garbs and all that. So I think nailed it. Okay, so our four pockets are done. I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a love, and I know that it's all mine. W. Okay, so another thing I thought would be cool would be to take one of these pages and to do a belly band and put a car on it where the car rides up and down the belly band. I thought that would be kind of fun. Maybe we should do it right at the beginning. Now, I need to think. And road marks on it. I thought I had stickers that looked like a road. I need a minute to think about this. I could be wrong. Yeah, we can make dash lines. However, is there anything in this book? This is all stickers of cars, but are there any roads in here? I don't think so. I think it's literally all moving vehicles, rockets, astronauts. That's freaking cool. Wagons and wheels. Highly improbable that I don't have it. Well, oh, look, ships and boats too. We got to remember I have this sticker book. This is the giant sticker book of things that go. I thrifted this, I don't know how long ago. I think I thrifted this the first year of mine, and it's been sitting on my shelf. All right, I need to think. I mean, we can make the damn road. That's not a problem. Maybe I should do it on the. Because if I want to make the road black with white lines per se, actually, yeah, it'll stand out more if I put it on that page. All right, so we need black. Before I cut a piece of black, I'm sure I have strips. That's a really thick. That almost looks like a road. That's really thick though. This is like handmade paper, but look how thick that is. That might be too thick. I guess we used a lot of my black. That looks like asphalt. I like that because it looks like asphalt. Well, the thing is, I gotta watch the line. Well, what I might have to do with this one is literally because we have to cut the center for it to move up and down. So we're not gonna have that dot 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 going up. All right, I think I'm gonna make it because the car that I want to use, I think I'm gonna use a Brad. To have this cool little red car. I got a black car. Hey, I got two little cars. I think I'm just gonna make it. That should be good. No. Okay, so hold on. I have. There it is. I couldn't remember what folder I had this in. that's too big. That might be too, well, I'm going to put this on, because this is too small. I got to put these two on a piece of, like a round, maybe a circle to give it a little bit more, you know, it needs something. Let me think. I'm not sewing yellow lines. Stop it. Because I could cut it a little bit more narrow. But it should work though. Because I'm going to put it on the other side with, yeah, I think we'll be fine with this. Hold on, I'll show you why. What's the matter? What? You're laying in your bed perfectly fine. Why are you crying? There's literally no reason for it. Okay. So, the reason I was thinking is because we're going to put from the inside. Where's that other black? Here it is. Oh my God. Stop your whining. Yes, that's what I was going to use last time. But this will work fine. I'm going to go a size smaller. So that's going to be the mechanism. See how I did that? So I just cut it so it goes on either side, but not all the way to the end. And then just fold the tabs in. And then the tabs will fit through here. So it's flat on this side, flat on that side, and then the circle will get glued, and that's what's going to go up and down. I'm just going to make it a little bit more narrow. Do you want to go out? Out. Out. Because you want the circle to cover the whole thing. Yep, that'll work. He's laying there with his eyes closed, meowing. Do you hear him? Okay, let's go. All right, let's go. See ya. That last meow did it for me. Seriously? Urgh. Okay. That's how it's going to work. Do you think it should stay black, or do you think I should put a different color background? And then, of course, I'm going to have to put something over this so that it'll slide, and then we can put our paper and not get it caught. You and your yellow. What's with the yellow today? I feel like you're obsessed. A check. Oh, if I do a checkered circle, Katie, I don't think you'll see the cars. It'll have to be like a solid color. The roads aren't yellow. Are they yellow in California? They're not yellow here. Our stripes on the roads are white. That's why I'm like, what are you talking about? Our stripes are white on our roads. They're not yellow. With the double lines. Okay. The double lines, I'll give you that. Those are yellows. But I'm thinking like the the dotted line for driving. However, we can see how that will look. Because it will look nice. Because yellow and black always look nice. So we could do that for sure. Maybe gray. Maybe just a gray background for the cars. Well, there's yellow, the double yellow line, Deb. There is a double yellow line. I do like the black though. Maybe I could do like an outline so it'll match. Oh, I like that. Okay, I like the way that looks. Okay, now that I'm going to do this, I can make this a little bit. Well, it's fine. Okay. I'm just going to double this up because this is not very thick cardstock. Just going to push it down, hold it for a sec. Actually, let me do this. Okay. I'm debating whether to redo this now that we're doing a bigger circle to get more width. I'm going to redo that real quick. I just wanted to make it a little bit more. I should make it smaller on this side so that the yellow, I want to put like a cover over it to encompass this so we could use that as a belly band. And I think that if I try to glue the yellow here, this is going to get in the way. I'm going to have to do this a little smaller. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it a little smaller. Like right there and there. I'm going to bring it in a little bit. You know what? Instead of me fighting this, hey now, I feel like that cut through. I'll put some tape on it just in case. You know, it's so hard to see everything. I don't know if I'm just getting older. That literally almost cut through. Let's see if this will work. Nope. Son of a. I don't know why I do this to myself, but you guys see the reality of the frustration. Let's try this one more time. Shall we? That's big enough. Yeah. now we have plenty of room on this side for it to move. Let's do this. So I'm going to glue this all in four corners, all around, but that still has enough room. Great. Well, yeah, I try and try because I'm stubborn. But in this case, that's good to be a little stubborn, right? Because you want to make sure it works. And then you learn. I haven't done this in a long, long time. So, um, it'll just help me get better at it because I know what to look for. I now know where to make the crease. I know using this is a little bit better than trying to do it freehand because I think the problem was the paper was a little thick and it wasn't folding neatly. But see, now it'll move. It moves freely, but we'll be able to use it as a belly band and it won't get caught on there. And then, of course, we're going to have to trim it up a little bit. We'll figure that out in a second. Okay. So you get why I did this, right? Because if we tried to put that, use that as a belly band, the paper would have gotten caught on the mechanism. So you want to make sure the mechanism is tucked away, but it still works. It still works. Fancy schmancy. Tips and tricks. In the meantime, I am gonna just zhuzh a little bit in case it peeks through. I don't think it will. Well, hell, if I went through it, right, and I know what works and what doesn't work, why wouldn't I tell you? just going to let that dry. Oh, gatekeep. Yeah. There you go. I think that looks really cool. Let that dry. Check our pop up. Bam. 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 Yeah, that looks good. The road. I kind of am fighting the urge to peel them to cut the white, but I think the white makes it pop against the black. So I'm convincing myself that that's the situation. So I leave it alone. Thanks. All right. Well, look, I think we're off to a good start for the card journal. We've got our pockets made. We've got two moving pieces already. Our moving belly band. We have our pop-up W situation going on here. So look back on this after you do the final reveal. It will be. I'm not gonna because I think the stickers will actually like cure after being on paper. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I really like the cover. I gotta be honest. It's what I envisioned. It's not too much. You just have to look at it to be like, oh yeah, it's busting out of the glass. And I could like give it a little bit of a twist, like maybe stick it out a little bit. We could do that. Hold on. I'm gonna take the edges and I'm just gonna kind of curl them up a little bit, rough them up a little bit, not too much. Oh, guys, you're learning with me. This is not something I've ever done before, right? This is like it's just an idea, and then you guys see me my ideas. Sometimes they don't work out. Sometimes they're not the best. Sometimes they come out great, right? There. I like that. I kind of jacked it up a little bit, kind of folded it just a little bit on the corners. Yes. Um, don't forget to watch the replay. This is acetate, and I kind of drew on a piece of paper like jagged edges, and then I just cut it with the X-Acto knife. I cut it out. Yeah. So that literally came out looking how I envisioned it in my head. I'm like, how cool would it be to have a car pop out of a window? I probably need to stop coming up with these kind of ideas, but it was fun. And it's not this is something you guys could do. It's not hard or complicated. It's just we had to think about it. We had to figure out how can we get the end result, right? How do we get there? Work our way. It's kind of like deconstructing. You see the deconstructed sandwiches and salads. Well, we're deconstructing the image in our head. If I want to see the car coming through, how do I get the glass to look cracked, kind of a thing, right? So that was pretty cool. All right, real quick because I want to try this. Let me see. I want to see if we can make this work because I thought it would look so nice. So the thing with this one is it's narrower at the top than it is at the bottom. You see that? It's much narrower. So I kind of went over here and I lined it up how I want it to look, and it's gonna be like it's gonna cut a little bit of this pumpkin. Let me see if I can. I marked with two little dots. I marked where I need to cut within that. so that it'll hold this plastic because it'll do front and back. Yeah. So I don't think I have a die cut that's this long that will cut it like this. I'm gonna have to cut this by hand or do the double die cut situation. But I think I'm gonna cut it by hand. As a matter of fact, let me think. I don't have any. No, I don't have anything like that. I was like, oh, I could do jagged instead of a straight cut, or like just wavy. But I'm wondering if it's not straight, is the wavy gonna piss me off? I don't know. Maybe it won't. Should I try it? Probably. Well, it's just one sheet. If I don't like it, then I won't use it. It's my paper, and I'll waste if I want to. Waste if I want. The cool thing is, I only have to worry about this corner up here because down here, it's fine. So that's the only corner. So you see what I did? I just marked the two corners, and then I'm gonna go straight across. Let's do it. We're just gonna commit and do it. Aw. Okay, that'll work. I need a second one. And this is just basically a goodie bag that I thrifted, a whole package of them. But I thought the image was really adorable, and I thought that we could do something like that. Oh, you know what I did forget to do? I forgot to zhuzh. All right, well, we'll zhuzh the front. This was the test pilot anyway. Okay, we're gonna let that dry and then we'll fold it. But that looks adorable. And then I could put actually like a solid here, and we could put paper here. There's quite a few potentials. I mean, technically, we could just use one, flip it on the other side, do a solid background because that looks nice with the background too. So, but then it kind of defeats the purpose of having the see through on the both sides. I feel. We could sew some paper in here, and then this back here could be for pockets and stuff. I think that's a cute little folio, like a little folio. Put some paper in here. Yeah, this color actually looks really good. And then on this part, I could just make like pockets and stuff. No, this is not for the current book, silly. This was just a little side thing that I've had on my head. It's been in my mind since I've had the little plastic bags. And when I was organizing this weekend, I came across the plastic bags and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to forget about these. Let me leave one out. So I left one um, out to just practice. Kim's taking a nap. And this I saved because this is like a nice, to do like a card. We could do like a tag with these. Um, Not for this book, but this is a nice background for a tag. So I'll save these. Yeah, no, it doesn't fit in at all. I had said earlier, that I was, when we're done with the two pieces of the book, I was going to do a little sidebar and try something that has been sitting on the side here that I wanted to what do you call it? Experiment with. So I know I showed you guys the video, or if you saw the video of the Musha, but I'll show it to you like it's different when you see it like live, how this looks, because it's like a double-sided folio. So it kind of like it opens this way with these beautiful pictures, and then it opens this way. So I want to show you the look how gorgeous that is. It really is pretty. And then I did this tag. And they're very similar, but they're different, you know? And it's functional. And for my members, what I did was I used my stamps to fill in. I used all my stamps, and I think that really tied the whole thing in together. Stamping where where it needed to have a little stamping, even up here. And I think that kind of just tied it all in nicely. For me, it did anyway. So that's that. That'll be available. I don't know if I'm going to sell that or if I'm going to give that away during the fundraiser. So, with that said, thank you, Linda. Um, don't forget to mark your calendars if you guys didn't mark your calendars yet for Halloween night for the overnight with Chris Hunter. I am scheduling a fundraising event with Brian Beto again. So I'll let you know when that date is. I'm he's traveling and Chris is traveling. So I'm scheduled to talk to both of them this coming week to settle on the dates, the times, what we're doing. Um, and then I'll put it on my calendar and then I'll post the October calendar. But I'm holding off on the October calendar until we determine what day. I'm pushing for a Saturday with Brian. Chris is definitely Halloween night. We've confirmed that part. We just didn't confirm exactly what we're doing. 2 more hours. No, no, I got to go to work. I'm a little tired. Yeah, I've been having stressful weeks. So I might even just, what time is it? 10:20. No, I'm probably going to have a little ice cream and just watch some mindless TV for a little bit. Maybe, maybe get a fire in my ass to go look for that book. Because otherwise on Friday, I mean, tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow I could drive up to Union after work. And I also want to call my mom. She should be home by now to see if she made it, well, to see if she made it home safely. So, as a matter of fact, my brother should have texted me by now. Now that, because she landed at 9. I know, right? Yes. Oh, that's right. About the Zoom test tomorrow. Let me find out from Leah what time. Maybe we'll do the Zoom test tomorrow night at like 8 o'clock. Let me make sure she's going to be here. I know. Honestly, I couldn't wait for the week to end. Okay, I'm asking her to see what she's doing. I think we will be okay for tomorrow at 8 o'clock. You channeling Sleeping Beauty this week. Funny. Okay, let's do our thought. Thought of the day. Will there be instruments? Did you mean instructions, Joanne? That was funny. Yes, we're all gonna play. We're all in the band. We're all in the band together. um, so I'm gonna see if we could put the link in the Discord. Yes. Um, I don't know if we could do a general link in the Discord, or does she have to send a link to each individual one of you? We're still getting the details worked out on that. So we may try the link in the Discord first. And if that doesn't work, then send each individual one of you through Discord the link. So it's going to be one or the other. So definitely keep your eye on Discord. We want to make sure that we all know how it works and that you're able to log in for the Zoom class that we're going to do. Of course. Okay, here we go. The 24th. Let's see. By the way, I'm happy to know that we're all still here and I didn't lose any of you to the rapture. I'm just saying I'm happy to know that you're all here. When Christ comes, everyone who lives and believes in me will never die. Whether it be at school or cemetery, separation is tough. It is right for us to weep, but there is no need for us to despair. You and I might wonder why God took them home, but they don't. They understand. They are at this very moment at peace in the presence of God. When it is cold on earth, we can take comfort in knowing that our loved ones are in the warm arms of God. And when Christ comes, we will hold them too. Kim, um, wow. I mean, seriously, after what happened a week ago, like this just keeps coming up. This topic, right? This topic of death seems to come up over and over again in these thoughts. This person, I think, thought a lot about death. I don't know, but yeah, look, it whether it be at a school or a cemetery, that's a little disparity there in the examples. That separation is tough. Um, unless you're getting divorced, then it's not that tough. But we all. I mean, I agree with this. No, there's no need for us to despair, but we do. We suffer, we cry, and we get through it. According to a lot of people, it was supposed to. There's people that like quit their jobs, gave away their homes, and their all their they gave away everything they had. Like I don't understand. It says in the Bible, no one's gonna know when it happens. So how everyone figured it out that it was going to be yesterday is beyond me. But hey, okay. I can I give you my own thought? And let let me give you my thought real quick because I was thinking this. I think about this often. I do. Okay, so you have these people. There's different religions, right? Everyone thinks their religion is the right religion. Can they all be right? Can they all be wrong? Are we all praying to the same God, the same deity, the same entity, but just call him or her something different? Like, I ponder this a lot. Are there multiple gods? Like it makes me nuts when I start thinking about all this, right? So we have the Christians who pray to the one true God. Within Christianity, we have all these little branches because all these little branches decide I want to believe in saints. I don't believe in saints. I want to believe in Mary. I don't believe in Mary. I want to believe in the three in one. I don't believe in the three in one. I want, like, but we all believe in God, in one God. But yet we all have our own little twist on it, right? Exactly. Then that's Christianity. Then you have the Buddhists. What God do they pray to? And are they wrong? Are we seriously going to sit here and say, well, you don't pray to my God, so you're not going to be welcome into the kingdom of heaven? Only we are. You're going to be on the outs. Then you have the Muslims, what they practice. Then you have, I mean, think about it. Who who says this one religion is the right one? It can make you nuts, right? Thinking about this? Exactly, Carol. Exactly. See, that's why I've shifted a little bit of how I think about it. And I in my personal, even though I'm Catholic and I was raised Catholic and I'm gonna die a Catholic, don't get me wrong, I feel that we're all connected. We're all we're all a part of something. We're all a part of one great big thing that we right now we just can't understand because our minds are incapable of understanding it. And only when we transition into the next life, as they put it, will we understand it all. Will we able to understand it all? Yeah. So it's very deep. And I don't want to get very deep on a Wednesday night because my brain, believe me, I have like a bunch of potential new customers asking for, my brain is fried today. Uh, but this is the stuff that I ponder sometimes. I'm like, things that make you go, hmm, who's right and who's wrong, right? We can't all be right, or can we? Why not? Hey Remo, I believe in Jesus. Exactly. I believe in Jesus, but does that mean that because let's just say um a Buddhist doesn't believe in Jesus, are everyone who practices Buddhism is not going to be welcome to the kingdom of God? I don't believe that. I think we all go to the same place in the end, essentially. But just something to think about. Whenever we all start preaching or practicing, that's why I don't practice or preach. Um, my religion. What I practice and preach is being kind, being generous, being good, giving back, uh, being patient, um, just being a good person. That's all we all need to be. We all just need to be a good person. That's it. Just be a good person. Exactly. And I believe that also goes into the other parts of our lives, our politics. Just be a good person. You could believe what you want to believe. I could believe what I want to believe. We can share. I'm an adult and I'm capable of listening to somebody else's different opinions. And I may not I may not agree with it, but I can respect it and I can understand it. And that's all we need to do is respect and understand. That's it. Just respect and understand. No one's telling you to accept it. No one's telling you to act upon it. Just respect and understand. I'm preaching, aren't I? I need to stop. My kids will probably yell at me right now. Right, Rima? Look, Rima, what I believe is that when we die, my family is going to be there. My loved ones. They're all going to be there waiting for me. That's what I believe. Exactly, Kim. And within my own household, we have different views. So it has nothing to do with how you're raised, or just because your home is a Republican home or your home is a Democratic home doesn't mean everyone that leaves that home is going to be that way. It doesn't, because we all have our own way of thinking about things. It's not easy. It's certainly not easy. The one thing I don't like lies. I don't like manipulation. I don't like half truths. Okay, because that's technically a half truth. Just because you're giving me half of a story, not the whole story, it's not a lie, but it's not the truth. That is misleading, and I think misleading is wrong. So that's where I take issue, and that goes for everyone across the board. I don't care what you are. Exactly, Kim. Exactly. Yeah. It's. I think we've lost our way. I think that our culture, or as a culture, we've lost the ability to respect people. There is no respect anymore. There is no respect of authority. There is no respect for the laws. There is no respect for the elderly. There is no respect for seniors. There is no self respect at times. Um, I think we definitely have a big problem in our culture right now with a lack of respect. Yeah, we need to bring respect back into the fold, and it has to start at home. And then again, you're in a vicious circle. There's a lot of broken homes. Is it a lie if the other person doesn't ask you the information you are withholding? Um, well, for me, a lie is intent. So if you withhold with the intent to deceive, then yes, you're lying. Did I freeze? I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. To me, everything is with intent and intentional. You know, if you do something with the best intent and you get a bad result, the intent was to do something good, not to do something bad. So why would you hold that against anybody if the outcome isn't good? They did it with a good intent. But if they did something with bad intent and you had a bad result, then you have a right to be angry at that person, right? So intent is has a lot to do with it. Yeah. So that's my 2 cents about God, religion, and politics, essentially, in a nutshell. So you know. TED Talk with Connie. I know, right? It was a little bit. It was and we're gonna pray right now, Remo. We're gonna pray right now. That is very true. We all need to and reflect. We need to pray and reflect, because listen, just sitting here saying words again without intent means nothing. You know, I could sit here and just like our Father on heaven, blah, 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 I just rattle it out, but it has to be intentional. That's why I always say, okay, everyone, it's time to say our prayer. We did this. We're going to say our prayer. We're going to pray for all our friends who need it. You know, AJ, Sandy, Terry, Mary's son, um, no, yes, Marie's son, not Mary, Marie's son. Who else was it? Somebody's aunt. Somebody's aunt. Um, who else? I'm drawing a blank right now. But anybody who needs it, we're gonna pray right now, which means, and I say pray, but it's good intentions. Make sure you put your. If you don't pray, you could still put good intentions out there. Adam's sister, how's she doing, Adam? By the way, is she no longer in pain? Did they resolve that situation? Good. That's a good start, right? Okay, let's all focus. I'm doing the sign of the cross. Lord Jesus, we thank you for bringing us together today, and for the beautiful week that we've had, that we've made it through halfway through the week. We ask that you give us patience and the strength to get through the remainder of the week. The past few weeks have been very difficult for a lot of us, and we hope that we get through this unscathed. We ask that you help our friends that we've just recently mentioned that are having their health issues, that you get them through this over to the other side. And we ask that you guide us, fill us with love, patience, kindness, and remind us why we're here. We all have a purpose. We just need to find our purpose and to be kind. We ask you that you give us the knowledge of how to be kind, because sometimes it's difficult to discern that we're not being kind. And I ask you this through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Okay, so we ask a lot. Yes, and much love to you guys. I appreciate you guys very much. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you on Friday. Hello, Loretta. I didn't know you were here, Loretta. Did you see everything in the book? Did you see Tevin's book? Do you like the cover? You are my silent watcher. I didn't see you at all tonight. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure you saw everything. If I missed anything, let me know. Or if you remember anything, please let me know because I'm going nuts trying to find stuff. All right, my friends, I'll see you all Friday. And my sub only tomorrow night, we'll do a test on Zoom. Okay, so keep your eye on the Discord chats. All right, have a good Thursday, guys. Love you all. Kiss, kiss. Big hug from me to you. I'll see you on Friday.